today. And I've got a couple of hungry ponies to get fed. Comes Chappy. Chappy. Chappo. I need to make sure I lock all the gates up so not open the Ellie up to come out. She doesn't have an issue. Really nice weather today. Happy, where you going, mate? It looks really good today. The sky is really nice. So, it's going to be a nice day, I think. Let's get through here. And I've moved over the goat house, so today I'm going to fix this goat house up. I'll fix the roof on it at some stage. It was there, I've moved it over here, so I'm going to have it in that corner here. And I'll pop the little gate so they can't get in the back of there, because if they get in here, they'll use that to propel themselves over the fence there, see? So once I put a roof on and then I slide that in, that gives them an extra little place to hang. So they'll have two places. They'll have that house there and they'll have that house. Very good choices that they can have. And there's a bit of shade that gets there in the summer because of the tree there. Now, I'm just going to quickly go and grab breakfast for everybody. Good morning to everybody. I hope everyone's having a lovely day. I'm going to get these guys. Get Henry his one. Fire needs virtually nothing, but just a little tiny bit each morning. So we'll go over and Miss Fire, and now I asked Miss Fire to say good morning nicely. Good girl. Good morning nicely. Girl. And there we go. Over. Let's have breakfast. Because Miss Fire has an aversion to people, so hey Troy, how you going? Fishing with Lars, hi, how you going? Speed Dina and Rubens, hi, how you going? So it looks like it's going to be a really nice day today. We've got the sun is out. I'm late. I'm like an hour later than I should be. And see over here, all these weeds are getting torn out today. I'm going to plant some veggies today, so I've got 4 tubs there. I'm going to plant some celery, some spinach, and some tomato today, ready for springtime. Now give me just a second, I'm going to go over and get these goats. Get the chook first, actually. Get the goats first. Alright, you can watch David Bowie and Billy Joel for a bit this morning, if it's not too sunny. Hold on, get a better angle. There we go. And you can see fire in the background there as well. Hey Metal, how you doing? So I am running very late today, so they're all being really patient because usually they've had their breakfast an hour ago, but I had a dreadful nightmare last night and it was really terrible. So I woke up about 4 o'clock in the morning and then I just got exhausted and went back to sleep. Usually I get up, but I went to sleep. So I think these guys are out of their place. Morning, everybody. Morning, exercise and play. Come on. Oh my goodness, hang on. Come on. Naughty boy, David. That should go. Back to the house. Cool. Come on, everybody. Come out. Come on, it's your day out, right? Come on. One, two, three, four. Come on. Go, Charlie, go. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, everybody out. Good job. All good as well. Let's go, my darling. No, let's go this one. Oh, you don't want to? Okay. All right, good morning, my girl. How you doing? How are you this morning? So I'm good, thank you. Look, you're happy this morning. It's getting warmer, isn't it? I really feel the spring coming on. So the chooks are happy. They're all out and about. Oh, I think it's these babies that people want to see, is the animals. That's why everyone comes to see horses and the cats and dogs and chooks and goats. Now, let's hope Miss Ellie doesn't go crazy this morning. Generally, she's pretty good the last few times. But because I'm running late, we might see some crazy behaviour. Who knows what's going to happen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and grab the breakfast. So I'm going to pop everyone over here while I go get the breakfast ready. Can't see any Bruce this morning. Usually they're out and about. Not right now though. Okay, so actually I need to move that out the way because if I decide to open that gate, she's gonna go a bit crazy. Okay, let me grab the tea. We'll see if she'll be a good girl for me. Back home. Pup, go home. Good boy. She's walking nice and slow. What we want her to do is stay slowly. Good girl. Good girl. As she says, I'll eat that one bit. I'll eat that first before I head off. And anyway, here. Rightio, okay. Come on. Fancy go. Back home. Good girl. I'm so happy she's really listening nice. This is great. We've been practicing and practicing and practicing. She used to be terrible at bolting like a crazy person. And look at this, she's just calming right down. She's been doing this for a while now, so this is getting good. It took a while to practice. We did a lot of groundwork with walk, walk, walk command. Her listening. And she understands now what we want, which is really good. She's not tearing into things the way that, oh, with some chickens going crazy in the background there. Chook, chook. Come on. Hippie, here, chook, 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 chook. Come on. Come on, hippie. They're all having a lovely day. Look at them, they're happy as Larry. Happy, happy, happy. Here, chook, 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 chook. Come on. Here, chook, 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 chook. I'll just show you how friendly these guys are. She'll let you put in the trap every time. Rather gorgeous. I'll bring him up close and have a look at his beautiful comb. Really, really beautiful. His name's Hypnotised, and he got stuck in his egg when he was born, so I had to get him out of the egg. And that's why he's so friendly, because the first thing he ever saw was me. And as a result, he's really super friendly. Alright, off you go. Good boy, Hip. So they're really cool, these chickens. They're really gentle and lovely. They love people. The only one who's a little bit cranky sometimes is Charlie over here. And Charlie can have a tendency to bite if he thinks that you're trying to make him go home or something and he doesn't want to in the afternoon, he might run at you and try and have a bit of a nip, but he's the only one who does it. The other roosters don't do anything. It's very rare that he does it. He's not really aggressive. And I'll see if Charlie will let me speak to him. Charles! Charles, come. Charlie! Charles! Oh, he's busy with the hen. So he's excited about the hens right now. But he's a beauty. He looks more like a full eyes of brown rooster. Charlie! He's going to get up there and crow and tell everybody how great he is. Charles! Nope, he's getting down. So I breed them, and people ask for my roosters because of how quiet they are. Hi, Mama. Mom. Mama. Mom. Off there. And there's, of course, Sudi, the Kelpie. Sudi's 13 years old, and he's got to have some surgery done. He has a little growth on his eye that needs to be taken off, so we're booking him in to get that done. It's a bit scary, But we'll get it sorted. Beautiful day. Totally beautiful day. And here's Miss Ellie. And she is super relaxed right now. You can see there she's enjoying her breakfast. It is. Hey Herman, how you doing? It's beautiful. Yeah, the rooster, you can get, a lot of people have roosters that are terrible. I actually went, the dad who started all these really nice natured guys came from the RSPCA, which is the rescue people. And he was a show rooster. I don't know what breed he is. He's some kind of Chinese show rooster. And we got him, and he just produces the quietest offspring I've seen. Just beautiful. And generally, roosters will be friendly if you take them away. You see a lot of people who have pet roosters, but they're just the rooster by itself. There's no hens. Once you involve a hen in the mix, they tend to get aggressive because naturally they're trying to protect the hen. But my guys don't tend to do that. They have an understanding for that they don't need to attack anything. They'll fight amongst themselves here and there, but for the most part, they've never gone at the dogs or the cats or anything like that. They're just quiet. And one of the boys left not long ago, Greentail, he went to a new house, and the lady couldn't believe, she said to me, I can't believe it, I can pat him. She has a rooster she bred herself, and she said she can't pat it. And I said, yeah, they're just quiet-natured, so. But I think he ended up having to go to her neighbour because the big rooster she had attacked him constantly because he was just too placid to fight back, so. She's enjoying that munchy food. G'day, Walter, how you doing? Hey, Godzilla, how you doing? I hope everyone's having lovely weather like I am because this is what you want. Look at this. Beautiful. Clear sky. No cloud seeding today either. We'll go over and see what these guys are up to over here. And later on I'm going to come out and do some work with Ellie, but I'll do a different stream later with her. But I've got some couple of little things that I've got to try out to see if they help with people being able to hear me, because it's very hard to hear me when I'm riding the horses and it's not easy to understand what's going on. Here we go. Just to getting their breakfast up here. Yep, no cloud thing. But there's the moon, guys. Oh, look. There's the moon. So who can see the moon right now? Anybody else or just me? I don't know who else can see the moon, but there's the moon there. Looking beautiful, of course. Music today. I don't know. Oh, do you mean like if I'm going to go and do karaoke later? I don't know. I'll see how I feel. I did it last night, actually. I thought you might have come on, but you must have been asleep. But yeah, I did do some last night. What I do need to do is get back into playing the instruments around the horses again, because I want to get back into riding Ellie while doing the guitar. And that'll be good. My nose is running from the hay again. They've just got their heads deep in the dish of hay. But it is lovely and peaceful out here. And I'm thinking the weather's just getting nicer and nicer and nicer. It's hot over there, is it? Oh. We're starting to get warm. It's going to be warm today, I think. I'm not sure what the temperature is about now, probably about 10. It's way warmer than it was yesterday. But also I am a bit later. There's a currawong flying over the top of me. And of course all the birds are starting to nest now, so they're starting to get, they're coming over and picking up any of the horsehair that I've got. Which actually, I might grab the brush while I'm here and start brushing Zara. I'll be back in a second. I just want to show you how much hair she's losing straight away. It's flying off. We'll continue to do that for a couple of weeks. Once it's too much, we don't want to get too much around and see, but so you can see here, this is just a little bit of her hair that's coming off. Now the birds are going to go gaga over this, and I'll be finding nests made out of their hair everywhere soon, and that's what we get. Yeah, the magpies will be hanging soon. Well, I've actually got one that's living in the shed, believe it or not. It's a young one, and it's decided it's living in the shed. It was in the shed yesterday when it was raining. I was like, okay, you're going to hang in there, smart bird. But he's only young. He's got all his grey feathers still, so I don't know when he was born. He's not been there long. He's probably just started flying. So he was probably a winter baby. Sometimes they get confused and they breed a bit earlier. But we have a species of magpie called white-backed magpies in this area, and often they nest nearby and they come here a lot. So they'll come and look for something like this. I'll toss that where they can find it. And they'll pick that up and they'll use that for their nest. The other thing we get is willy wagtails, who always build a nest inside the horse's stable thing, the shelter thing. And they go, it goes really good. Brianna diamond. Hi, Brianna. That's a nice name. And Isaac. Isaiah. Go on. So yeah, it's really. I'm going to go toss this somewhere. So Toki isn't shedding properly yet, so he's not really giving me any hair. A little bit, but not much. I'll get a little bit of his and show you the colour up closer. So I'll have just 4 different colour nests. Actually 5 different colours. If we count the other 2 down the back. So he's a ginger boy. So he's chestnut hair. He's not shedding as much as she is. He always sheds a bit later than her. But once she gets rid of all that hair, she is going to be so beautiful. Session of hoot. Morning session. Humanity is the greatest religion. Interesting thoughts there. I'm not religious, but I admire the fact that people can have faith in things. I think it's wonderful. The only thing I have faith in is probably, and I don't even have that, trying to make the right decisions with the brain I've got. But yeah, I don't think it's necessary for anybody to fight over religious things whatsoever. I think it's ridiculous. And if everybody, who is religious followed the kindness principles of their religion, there shouldn't be any fighting or any silly behaviour. But that's how it goes. I believe that what you should do in this life is, without having to be told by any gods or anything else, I believe you should treat people the way you wish to be treated, and you should be kind to all creatures. And I'm not against eating meat and things like that. I eat meat. I eat chicken, pork, fish, everything. Lamb, beef. But I do believe that if we can be as kind as we possibly can in the process of obtaining that meat, and as kind while we're raising that meat, I think that's what needs to happen. I do believe that. I do think we have to be. Hey Raven, how you doing? So Raven's a young lady who has horses. So if there are any young people that are into horses, she's a good one to follow. But keeping in mind, Raven is very young. Put it this way, she's not much older than my grandchildren. So you had a panic attack. Oh, yeah, they're not very fun, are they? Panic attacks. I think a lot of people have them these days. Yes, you're young. You're still young though. That's very young. I'm old. And enjoy being young while you can. It flies by really quickly. Before you know it, you're hitting half a century and your life is going faster. You've got to enjoy every moment that you have. It's the way to go. You can hear them munching away. They're sounding really good, sounding very content. Toffee's going to move on in. He's actually the boss at the moment. He's actually more in charge of Zara now. He's taken over the leadership of everybody. And I don't know how or when it happened. It was sometime yesterday. She went from being number 1 to being number 2. And Ellie, of course, is still down at number 3. Then we've got Henry at number 4 and Fires at number 5. You fixed one old guitars and put new strings on. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, so Metal Rocker needs some subscribers to get back live again. So if anybody's into guitar, drums, decent singing, then do subscribe to Metal Rocker 999. It's got a lot of talent. Now, oh my old knees. I've got a few jobs I've got to do for a second. So what I'm going to do is going to go over and grab my scooper and get scooping with everything. Do they go nuts? Do the horses go nuts? They can go nuts sometimes. You've got goats too. I've got goats as well, Raven. Yeah, I've got two. I only got 2 of them though. I don't want any more than 2, and they're rescue goats. They weren't. Bella bought them for his grandchildren, and the grandkids got sick of them in 5 minutes. So he didn't want them being eaten. He really loved them. He was an older gentleman, and he totally loved them, and he just didn't want them being eaten. So I took them on. They're lovely boys though. Very well behaved. They listen. Goats have you guys got? Are you're the one who's got 1,000 goats or something? Someone has like 1,000 goats. And look at Mr. Willy Wagtail climbing on her back. He's usually over with Ellie. The bird usually loves Ellie. And he's going over and building a nest by the looks of it. So we'll have some babies up in the... Yep, he's going over to build his nest. I have some babies up there soon. I'll be able to show everybody in about 3 or 4 weeks. Some little ones. Let's hope this nice weather stays with us for a bit longer. So Raven, are you going to do any riding this week? Do you ride every day? Oh, Ellie is... I've had Ellie for... She was 15 months old when she came here, so I've had her for 3.5 years. Yeah, she's been here for a while. It's just taking me forever. I was really good, and then I had that accident, and then that kind of put me backwards. Hey Christian, how you doing? Hey C to the D, how you doing? I'm good, C to the D. I'm going all right. Oh, here comes Christian with the can you snore again. Here we go. I don't know, but I can have nightmares because I had one last night, so. Look at this girl having a lovely time there. Snore, please. You can hear the horses, they're making a sound. You might want to go on an ASMR channel where they sleep. They do the sleep stream and you can hear them snoring. Apparently that's very therapeutical for a lot of people. A lot of people enjoy that. There's a lot of people who are very much need certain sounds, and often people with autism enjoy that kind of stimulation from sound, and various other types of people. Probably, yeah, she was probably new to getting ridden, yes. When I first started doing her, she had just had a 6-month spell after being broken in, and I was just starting her up. Yeah, yep, that's it. And I was almost at the stage where I was ready to take her out and about and do things, and then I had the down accident, and that was it. I went backwards, and I'm right back at the beginning again. Not because of her, but just because I can't muster up the nerves to go back out again. I'm going to start taking this girl out again, because this one here, little Zara, me and her have been everywhere in the last 9 years. Been all over this town, all over the place. She's a fantastic trail horse. She doesn't need other horses with her. She actually prefers to go on her own by herself. She likes going out alone. And just a reliable pony. Really good for trail riding. Again. Even if I don't get on, sometimes I just walk her out and I take her for a big long walk, and I might not even get on. Just depends on how I'm feeling. But she's out of all the horses I have, she's the best one as far as reliability goes. You got a Billy Joel cover? Yeah, no, I'll listen to it. I'll listen to any covers that you do. I wished I could do Billy Joel. I've got the goat Billy Joel, but I'm not much good at singing Billy Joel. I did do Piano Man, but it's not, I don't know. I think it's better if you're a guy that sings Billy Joel. You know, the modern people would say I was a sexist person because of that, but I'm sorry, but it does sound better with a man singing it. There are a lot of songs that sound better with a guy singing it, and there are a lot of songs that sound better with a female. It just depends on the song. But no, I'll gladly have a look. Yeah, everybody sub to each other, and then everyone can help each other get some numbers up. I'm glad to say the new pirate lord, who is my daughter, finally got to go live now. So she's been doing her little channel now, and she's actually getting quite a following, which is good. And she does, well, she's a professional chef, so she does some cooking stuff as well as she does gaming. And she does retro gaming as well as VR and modern gaming and stuff like that. So she throws quite a few things in the mix. Plus she has cats and dogs, and she's the one who owns Miss Ellie. So that's the one who comes up and sings. If anybody ever watches us do karaoke, her name's Rachel. And she's the one who can sing absolutely beautifully. She does a mean Linda Ronstadt cover of, what's it called? Long, Long Time. She's a fantastic singer. And she plays instruments too. She plays a few different instruments. I think everybody was doing Mama, I'm Coming Home recently, but Ozzy passed away. I really feel for poor old Sharon. I don't think Sharon will be much longer for the world. Actually, a friend of mine who passed away 7 years ago, his partner passed away yesterday or the day before. I got the news yesterday, it was the day before. So her name was Lorraine. So she's got a funeral over next to over here. We're right near the cemetery. She gets buried tomorrow. I haven't seen Lorraine for quite a few years, but my condolences to her family. And that's, some people will probably know when I go on my streams, I do go to the cemetery and I visit a fella called George who's in there, who was a brilliant horseman. And I learned a lot from George. He was a very good teacher, a very patient man. And he loved this mare here. He totally loved her. She was like his favourite little mare. Look at the munchy boy over there. He's He's all got a little bit of his like sleepy face happening, but he's also listening behind himself, is whatever you can hear behind there. I think it's the dog. Chook. Okay, Raven. I totally get it, Raven. I have a lot of people that I admire that I wished had been my parents. Sometimes it's that way, but you know what? I think our parents do the best they can. That's all we can do is be grateful for the good stuff that we get. But have a lovely evening. Can you be a mod? Well, let's think about it. How about this? Give me a couple of more days and then I'll do it. I just want to make sure that everything's okay with things before. I don't want to jump the gun. But I do appreciate you. I do think you have a lot of very good attributes, and you can be a very, very good person. You have been doing really well, actually. That's good. Just give me a couple of days. I just want to see you staying on a good path. That's what I want to see. I want to see you on a good path, and no more of the pot, no more of the grassy stuff. And it's only because I give a damn that I care enough to tell you these things, because I do care. If I didn't care, I wouldn't care what you did. But I do, I actually care, because I think you got a beautiful family, and I think you have the potential to just get anywhere and do anything with the talent and the skills that you have. I think you have a lot of potential. We just got to get you focused in the right way. I wish I lived over where you guys were. I'd love to be able to, visit and say hi to the kids and say hi to your lovely lady, and just be able to meet you guys in person. It would be really nice. But I want to encourage you in the best possible way I can to get yourself into a really good space, so that you're able to care well enough for yourself as well as others. And yeah, I think you're going to get there very quickly, which is good. What song would I like to hear? Oh gosh, you know what I'd like to hear you do? It's not really metal, but I'd like to hear you sing Scorpion's Wind of Change. I'd like to hear that. I think you'd do really nicely doing that one. I know it's not the heavy stuff, but I'd like to hear you sing that one. And also the meaning of it is really fitting. You don't like that song? Oh. Oh, let me think. Maybe you could do an AC/DC song. Well, you could just do any Scorpion song, really. You could do any song, any one of those. I just like the Wind of Change song because I think it's got a good message. Hello, FF. You're back again. You were with me at the water's edge the other day. That's right, you were saying about college, but you couldn't tell me what you were studying. I wonder if you can tell me now what you're studying. I think it's interesting when people do go to college and do learning and stuff. Yeah, that's okay, Metal. A lot of people don't like certain songs, and that's all right. But yeah, I can't even think of a metal song at all today. I don't know why. These guys are almost done. No, I didn't forget you. I remembered you, which is kind of strange because my memory's not the greatest, but I think you made an impact. You study nursing. What branch of nursing? There are a lot of different branches of nursing. What branch are you? What are you kind of majoring in nursing? I was like, pediatrics, aged care. There's a lot of different. People don't realise when somebody's studying something like nursing or doctorates, there's a lot involved with choosing what path you're going down. So you may be headed towards doing pediatrics, or you may be headed towards doing aged type of nursing, because they're all very different. They all have different things. And some with doctors, you might be a pediatrician, or you might be a oncologist or a gynecologist. It's all different ones. That's why I'm asking. Public nursing. It comes and goes, Herman. The other day, I remembered something that I couldn't believe I remembered. Now I can't remember what it was. But I was like, oh my God, I remembered that. And now I don't remember it. If I have consistency in close proximity, it's a lot better. So if I see my neighbour 3 times in 1 week, I'll remember what they look like and I'll remember who they are. But if I only saw them once in 2 weeks and then I saw them 2 weeks later, I won't recognise them whatsoever. I'm going to go back over to Ellie, see how she's travelling. So that little shelter down the back here, right down there, that's where the willy wagtails have got their babies' nest in there. So when they've got some eggs in there and they've hatched, I'll let you see. They're so cute. Every year we've had them here. They've been there for the last, I think 8 years ago I built that, so last 8 years. Oh, the other thing I remembered, you know how I haven't been very good at mathematics lately? I did a complex math problem the other day. Now see, I think if you exercise the brain after a stroke, it does come back a little bit at least, because I did a complex math thing. I was having to calculate, it was over a year's worth of something, and it's about 5 processes to get to the answer. And it came to me instantly. The number just popped straight in my head. I was like, the number was 336. I said to him, it's 336. Anyway, the dude's got his calculator out and he's going, it took him about 2 minutes to do the calculation on the calculator. And he comes to 300 and he says, oh my God, how did you know that? I said, I don't know. It just came into my head. And that's how I used to be. I used to have equations in my head that would just come out. And then I made this weird mathematical formula because I was trying to teach someone who had no idea about maths how to do maths on a higher level with multiplication. And then I found this weird formula that I'd never even seen before. Maybe it's a formula that existed, I don't know, but it worked. I can't remember it anymore. But I told him to use the formula, and all of a sudden, this dude was doing mathematics. It was crazy. And he was like, how did you know that? No, I didn't know how I knew. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what happens, but I've got holes in my brain. I've got something in my brain. I don't know what they are. Anomalies, they call them. Well, they're not holes. They're like, they're round. They're like circular, but they're not like fully round like a tumour or anything. They don't think it's a tumour. They think it's something else. They don't know what it is. Might be disassociative. Oh, surgery aid. Yeah. I couldn't be a nurse. Hey, Ro. Venezuela may have that episode in the queue to remember. Yeah. Once you reach 50, it's showtime. How many have you got to go? How many people do you need? She's munching away. Miss Ellie.